Good news, thank you for next week is that I had to upgrade my PSU, so I bought one of the Be Quiet ones, working great. Mine's been flawless, honestly. Remember the problems I had with that Asus one. It's been completely flawless, this Be Quiet one. I'm going to email my instructor now, see what if he's around. There you go. I'm just asking, is he at the airfield Tuesday afternoon so I can get my renewal sorted? See what he says. Times by 35.27. Ooh, monster. We could stick some paint on it just to make it a bit more classy, or maybe a wrap, maybe. That's horrendous. Oh, better tartan. What is that? That's amazing. Oh, these are nasty. Oh, dear. What on earth? That's not too bad, I suppose. I don't even know what it is. Cells, apparently. Does it have to be the stream instructor and license to sign it off? It's a... I don't think any instructor can do it. I have to be a certain license level. I don't know what it's called, though. Okay, I think we're done here. I hope it just auto-saved. Right, let's get these parts done. Okay, this was a CPU upgrade, if I remember. Right, so we've now got an i7-7820X in stock. And apparently we've got two of these. I don't know why we've got two of these, but we have two of these. That's a bit weird. It's like the game crashed, forgot that I'd done it, but kept the CPU. I'm not really sure how that happened. Okay. Let me find the right pixel. There it is. No. Ugh. I think he wanted stuff doing to it as well, if I remember. We need to check that out in a minute. City bench score. Who was it? It was Jiffy. Monochrome Union Jack, okay. Woo! So we should get a 4-star again, even though we've just completely nailed it. That doesn't make any sense, but whatever. That's that one done. Again. This one is a upgrade. Okay, didn't expect that. Is that dirty? I love how this clean out dust sign is right in the middle of the computer so that I can't actually dust it out properly. Game, please. 97%. Wait, right. That's that done. Let's put that back panel on. What did he want? CPU. Okay, in goes the 8 core. I kind of feel like they should have green cables in here just because of this green thing going on. Like that kind of color, maybe. Whoa. I've not seen that before in the game. That's not a good sign. Did I put thermal paste on it? I thought I did. Dude, are you sure I didn't use thermal paste? That's amazing. That's the first time I've forgotten then. It does look clean, doesn't it? That would explain it anyway. Well, first time I've done that. RAM overclock on, CPU, little squeak. Oh yeah, chat never lives, yeah. Yeah. Just like your statement. Right, time for a tea break. See if it's stable. No, you can't play games on the system, no. C. Livingstone, right. What else did you want? Warning sign stickers on the PC. Okay, that's done, apart from the warning sign stickers, which I'm not really sure what they mean. Warning signs, so any of these, I guess. It's quite a classy black and white with a green thing going on, so let's maybe get something like that. Probably get 3 stars. Sim Games, how you doing? Okay. Cinnabon score done. Reasonable deadline done. Stickers done. Cleaned out done. 5 stars. Sweet. Right, let's get this stupid one done. This on-rails water cooling. Well, okay then. Is that pink enough for you? Remove the 10 out City Hour Founders Edition. Okay. How? How do I remove it, game? You're not letting me remove it. What am I missing here? This is green, which means it can be removed. And yet it's still got tubes in it, which means it shouldn't be removed. And the panel's gone. Drain the coolant. How? I'm clicking on this. Normally you click on the tank and it drains it. Piping? Won't actually let me select piping. You've heard people mention this is bugged. Well, the best thing about tutorial missions is you can't press escape, like you can't leave the PC until you've done them. So I'm literally locked into this and I can't fix it. Well, that's great. That's another Alt F4. I noticed the game was patched this week, and last week when we played that, it's been absolutely fine. And this week, it's suddenly, mysteriously, not very stable. Let's hope that it was a one-off glitch and I can actually carry on. If not, we're just going to have to, like, not do the job. But that's a real problem. It says that the water-cooled GPU is done. PC can boot to OS. Do you remember Hang on a minute. Do you remember, was it last week? We had a water cooling job, and I did the CPU, but I also did the GPU. And you guys were like, yeah, you didn't need to do the GPU, but I did it anyway. And it feels like that's the same PC that has come back, but I've already done the GPU, so it's instantly ticked it off. Because I kind of did it already. I reckon it was I reckon that's the problem. That's why it kind of bugged out. So I didn't actually need to do anything to it. Because I remember taking a GPU apart and doing it, but then you guys were like, oh, you didn't need to do that. Hello, I need a new rig. Okay. Go to whiteboard as if. Whiteboard. Put that there. This is the PC we're building for Cuddly S. We should now have a power supply, assuming I just pick them up. There he is, 350. I want you go in there. Put the back panel off. Okay, we've got memory, power supply, graphics card, CPU, storage. Did we put storage in? Yep. That might actually boot up now. I remember when BIOSes used to look like that. Just plain. Blue with a static effect. What else did you want? I want to play Mars Horizon. How does the game know that I can play Mars Horizon? That's interesting. I've not even tried to run the software on it yet. Heart emoji stickers. And could you do document reader? Okay. Heart emoji stickers, and I think that's it. Made like a bomb. There you go. It's upside down. Right. I'll trigger them. 4 stars? I mean, I'm not going to lie. We made 2,020 profit out of that. But 4 stars after we did everything they wanted. That just annoys me. Overclock to at least 4475. Except for tomorrow. My fans aren't cooling enough. Water-cooled CPU, complete by end of day. Stuff, level up. What have we got? I still don't see a 3090 in the list, though. Got an 850 power supply now. Right, those 2 are in transit. Did we sell any of those? We did. It said a heart emoji sticker. Wow. Chains sold. 800 profit. Nice. Dad's baby PC for 1,057 profit. Oh, yeah. Salesperson of the month. The only salesperson in store gets salesperson of the month. Okay, let's give that a cheeky save. Right, have we got anything here that's worth saving? Is that a broken 700 watt power supply? Because we have those. 2 470s, I think we'd get that. I reckon that's an easy flip. Broken 700 modular. Oh, these are non-modular. Well, it's not our PC, we don't care. RAM overclock. Usually works, we'll try that without pushing it. Nah, they kind of dropped the whole SLI thing. I mean, let's face it, if they'd have kept it going, with the price of graphics cards now, who could have afforded it? Nice. Decent 50 FPS. Stick some stuff on that. That'll be a good flip. Right, what have we got here? Broken motherboard. Ooh, 2 broken RX 580s. That's not good. 8-core Ryzen 7. What have we got in stock? I mean, you know, we could stick a 1060 in there, I suppose, but I have a 3090. What's wrong with this? This is a broken stick of RAM with a load of other RAM that doesn't need to be there. Perfect. They are the easiest flips. 4 memory sticks, one of them's broken, and you just basically remove 3 of them. $7,238, not bad, not bad. Although I think a red color scheme might work a little better. That's better. That's annoying, that is. I'd hate that. I hate that. I like that, though. That and maybe a little bit of paint. Oh, it's got on the front there. No. Undo. 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 And then it needs another sticker. That's beautiful. Okay. We'll call this one. That's got to be going for like... Push the boat out. See, I don't think it'll sell this week, but it might sell another day. Look at that. What an amazing PC case. Level up. Let's face it, if you walked in the shop, right, the one thing you're going to walk over to is that. Where's the other PC gone? There's a song in the 90s by the Crash Test Dummies name. There was indeed. And the lyrics were like, once there was this kid who... What was it? Once there was this kid who... I can't remember the lyrics exactly. Once there was this kid who something after school. And then they found birthmarks all over his body. It was those were the lyrics. That was the song. It was good. I had that album actually. Well, I could Google the lyrics, but I'm streaming, Chris. So why don't you? While you've got nothing to do. Let's go with Heartbeat. That looks all right, doesn't it? Let's go with that. And Amazon playlist. Is this for somebody? We're flipping this, aren't we? You got trampled over at the store yesterday because some selfish monster wanted the last TV on sale. What, is that still a thing? Do they genuinely believe that they're getting a great deal? My life. I remember the original early Black Friday was just chaos, but since then it's just become a massive marketing thing. I know it was a Crash Test Dummies. I had the album. I know all the songs on that album. Termicize, I'm not going near that. 970. Yeah, honestly, I don't go shopping very much, really. A lot of stuff I just get online. I've always hated shops. I hate the crowds. 5, 6. Yeah, it's not bad. Let's get a bit of... Wait, what? That one. Let's get a bit of blue on there. Can't change the colour of that. Stabbings over TVs, dear me. I mean, I love the fact that it says air-cooled on it. Like most of them are. But June, doing all right, thank you. You know, you see those things that, you know, what people do on Black Friday sales, you know, clambering over each other, fighting with each other over TVs. And you just think to yourself, what would it be like in a zombie apocalypse when they're fighting for medication and stuff? Can you imagine? Like stuff that really matters, not TVs. I mean, wow. It would just be every man for himself, wouldn't it? It'd just be brutal. Why can't I end the day? I have to walk out the door. Can't click on end day. Oh, yeah. I already said, I think it was yesterday, Club Villain, I was showing pictures of my flying. Boxing Day, you go down to Chelmer Village in Chelmsford on Boxing Day, and you'll see chaos. The roads will be gridlocked. People trying to get on. Like, the police usually have to turn up and wave traffic past it gets that bad. Did we say anything? We saw both of them. As if. As if. Let's have a look. Shop sales. Air-cooled. 847 profit. 1,076 profit. Overclock, water cool, customize. What on earth is this? I can't believe it's not clutter. i5 9600. Yeah, that's the one, D22. That's the one. Right, thanks for the GPU update. It was just what I needed. Unfortunately, I still need more power, this time for my CPU. Overclock it for me, and I might even add you to my list of sponsors. Can you see it? You're very on 3x2 foot advertising space, max 20 words, flying above the town. Who does wins? 4475. And your target frequency is 4475. Do, 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 do. So that was countdown. They should do like overclocking countdown edition. 4475. That's going to be interesting. I don't think it'll be stable, but we'll see. Oh, apparently, we've got skills to pay the bills here. What are you saying, El Phillips? You don't want a bright pink flamingo DFS sofa? There you go. Was that the only thing we had to do? Kronakian, thank you for 70 months. Collect. Right, water cool. Ooh, they want it doing by tomorrow, which basically means you need to get the right components. Are you able to water cool PCs? Is there any chance you could hook my CPU up to a custom water loop? The Cells 2 theme looks cool as well. Cells 2. Why don't we put the theme on first and then we don't forget it? Theme. Righty then, so custom water cooling loop on the old CPU. That is a massive radiator. That is some Be Quiet rad right there. Look at that. Okay, let's get the old cleaning done here. Ryzen 7 2700 is what we're looking to water cool. Now we've got space for a rad at the top there, I guess. We've got a single fan down the bottom. Maybe we can put a tank in here. Yeah, I don't know why they want to water cool that chip. I mean, personally, I think they should just replace the chip as well. But what do I know? They have a lot of orange cabling going on as well. Ryzen 7 8-core 2700. CPU block, socket AM4. This one's got RGB in it. I don't know what their budget is, but I think we'll go RGB. So we'll get that in. Right, what else do we need? That's the... So we need a radiator. Can we filter it by brand size? 120, 140. Why are there no 360s? Why are there no 360 rads? I wanted a rad along the top. It doesn't need a high CFM. It's not a particularly great CPU, so I think maybe... You reckon a 140? Probably keep the cost down, won't it? Let's go with that. Let's get 140. Pump reservoirs. 147, 190. I think I like the RGB, but it's expensive. What was their budget, by the way? 1100. Oh, I think we should get them an RGB one. I think it'll look way better. $220 so far. Let's get this nice RGB one. It's 190 high. What's that? The pump, the block, pipes. What pipes have we got? Clear rigid pipe. Clear flexible pipe. Exactly. If he doesn't like the RGB, just turn it off. Connectors. How many connectors do we need? 30mm fitting in silver. I think we just go for black fittings. Hang on. Alpha Cool. What have we got? We've got an Alpha Cool fan with an EK water block tank. And a Corsair cooling block. I hope all this stuff works together. Maybe we should order a few of these things. EK water block fitting in white. Black. So let's... I want a bunch of them. We'll just add... RGB fitting. What's this? EK water block angled in black. Coolant. We own a lot of stuff in coolant. RAM, GPU. We don't need anything else, do we? We've got all of that. So, why can't I change the numbers on this? Oh, yeah, I can. No, I can't. Wait, you only order one of them? And then you've got them all? Do you know what? I'm going to do same day on this. Just because there's a high percentage chance that this will be wrong and I'll need to order something else. So let's try and fit it today. I'm hoping that's unlimited. Because if it's not, then rip. I think we may as well add different coloured connectors then. We own that. If you're going to pay for next day, you might as well get your money's worth out of it. All right, let's see what we got. Amazon drone delivery. Okay. If you don't use them on a job, they stay in inventory. So they are consumable then. That's a bit weird. Install. Right. Cup of tea hype. CPU block. Tell you what we'll do first though. Put a blob of the good stuff on there. Okay, so that's gone on there. That's a good start. Pump reservoir. Rip. No. Yep. No. Might have to remove that fan. Pop that off. Get rid of this fan. That can go on there. And then we can maybe... put that there instead. She's out with a friend. Water cooling radiator. Let's get that up there. So far, so good. Right, now, do we put these connectors on and then the pipe? How does this work? I presume we put the connectors on first. Can we, like, angle them in? We've literally got one of them. Wait a minute, so I wanted to order multiple of them. There's no drop-down box to order multiple of them, and you've only got one of them. Why? Why you've only got one? You gotta be kidding me, game. Am I, like, misunderstanding this or what? Well, I thought we had unlimited. I kind of hope we did, but if I put one on there, that looks like it's on. Yeah? But when I put one on here, that one disappears. Or does that put two on there? Maybe it's just put two on there. And then I can... This is very strange. I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure how that pipe's going to get over there, you know. Rigid tube can be bent to any shape you like to create sweet-looking PCs. In this mode, you can interact with the pipe to add and edit the bends. Note the direction you bend depends on the angle you're viewing the PC at. Oh my god, what have you done, game? What have you done? What? Seriously, what is that? How? I can't even get like, I can't get any closer than this. How are we meant to? This is real odd. I kind of want to put my head in the case and I can't, you know. Bend, remove corner. Hang on. Get rid of that corner. Go straight in, can't it? What's that? That's all right. That's okay. We'll go with that. Oh, and it just removed the pipe. Cool. What, Dave? Looks like I might want to do the other one. I don't know. This is just all kinds of weird. Got rigid to there. Accept. Okay, we've got a connection. Woo! And then I was thinking that to that. And that to that is what I was thinking. Oh, I see. I couldn't do it because it's... I think this is in the way. I think that's why it wouldn't commit it. Let me try it without that. There you go. That's why. Accept. That's monstrously, annoyingly bad. I feel like the camera just makes this a lot harder than it should be. It's just nasty. You try changing the RAM chips on that bad boy. Good luck with that. See, I didn't really want this reservoir down here. I kind of wanted it up here somewhere, but it won't let me. That is horrendous. So I take it the case fan won't go back on. Case fans. Yeah, you're not going on. You got an extra one here? No. One up here? No. Nothing there. Okay, they'll just have to stay off then. Install coolant. And Mr. Brylar, thank you for 68 months. What colour do we want? Orange, obviously, Dave. Orange opaque. So it looks like when it starts flowing. If only it was this simple. Seriously, you should see me and Dave when we do this. We're like tipping the PC one way, tipping it the other, getting the bubbles out, rocking it this way, rocking it that way, shaking it, like bubbles just coming out. Bit more liquid in, do it again. So it's like 45 minutes to an hour just to get rid of most of the bubbles. Okay, was that what they wanted? Missing cables. Right, I think. PC parts. We need to change their RGBs. Let's go with orange, not static. Let's get like strobe orange going on. So it's missing cables. What cables are missing? Cells 2 theme, done that, completed. There you go. I think we're done here. And they've got all the RGBs. 5 stars. Okay. Happy about that one. Okay, we got some water cooling done. What's going on here? Actually, we've done all the emails yet. Leveled up. You've got the... Ooh, got some more Threadripper. 2080 Founders Edition, Gigabyte X399. G-Skull Trident, nice. Next milestone unlocks Ryzen 12 cores. Right, paint the case cyan. I think we can do that. I'm Eaton Green of Green's Garden Centre and Nursery. Proudly the only plant nurseries to sell exclusively green plants. Oh yes, have none of that brightly coloured muck in my garden centre. Grasses, ferns, succulents. If it's green, we've got it. And nothing but green, as far as the eye can see. Well, as far as this side of the road at least. On the opposite side lies that den of filth, Sunnyfields Nursery. Always flaunting their latest crop of flowers in all sorts of indecent colours, spreading their petals suggestively. It's enough to make anyone hot under the collar. It shouldn't be allowed. I was saying, Greens is a family establishment with a respectable image to uphold, and it's recently come to my attention that the computer in my office has a frankly shocking display of colour inside. The cables are red. Red! The very colour of desire. I had no such obscene computer components existed, and I certainly won't tolerate them in my office. Therefore, I must ask that you remove this wanton wiring immediately, before the carnal coloration tempts me into some kind of sick, depraved act. I'd like them replaced with something decent and unassuming, like a nice green cable. Yes, that sounds safe. Yours with great moral concern, Eaton Green, Green's Garden Centre and Nursery. Replaced with green cables. Okay. Flippin' heck. Really, L. Phillips. That's amazing. Right, see if we can flip anything. That's got a broken 760 watt. We could flip that. We have a non-modular power supply in stock that we're looking to get rid of, so that'll work. Oh, I like this case. Dude, we need to try and match that blue for you. Although the only problem is we're going to replace it with a non-modular and it's going to look horrendous. But hey-ho, you know. Sorry. Doesn't look quite as good anymore. But it will work a bit quicker. I'll be honest with you, that case does not deserve to have this CPU inside of it. That is a disgrace. That's not bad FPS, actually. Right, where else can we flip? An i5 9600K. Oh, it's got a 2060 in it. Wait, what did we have? We had something in here, didn't we? We don't have an i5, but we have an i7. That's a Coffee Lake. Dang it. $568 for those bits ain't bad. I reckon this is worth doing, you know. I'll tell you why. It's such a good spec machine. With an i7 2070 in there, I reckon we'll make a good profit. EVGA X299 Dark. It's a $500 motherboard. Woo! $500 motherboard? Caramba, we don't need it. It doesn't need that. Surely it could have this. What do we need for that machine to work? Wouldn't that one just do for 200? That's got a 299 chipset, although the DDR4 EATX 4000 megahertz has multi-GPU. I don't like that would work. $200 fix, surely. Well, it might be a good board, dude, but it's $500. That's going to eat our profit. And I'm thinking we can get one of these. So I think we order one of those. We buy that in. Fix it tomorrow. This one has a broken piece of RAM. 3600. We've got some spare RAM. In fact, RAM sticks is something we've accumulated because we tend to keep some back when we flip a PC. Let's get that. Let's see what we've got. One broken, one working. Okay, I'll get rid of that. Could put them in there, I suppose. Or even this on its own. Oh, that's jeweled up with that. These two might work. Yeah, we don't need it to water cool. Yeah, you can water cool RAM. You get little blocks for them. I think let's go with no. Go with that. It's really annoying when you have to remove the CPU cooler just to replace RAM chips. It's so annoying. Motor Junkie, thank you for 22 months. Did I paste it, Chris? Let's say no. Should we say no, Chris? I mean, I cleaned the paste off it. You know, I did that bit. That should count, really, shouldn't it? Twice in one day. I know, I've never done it before, and then suddenly do it twice in one day. Incredible. Well, the thing is, the computer will catch it every time. That looks good. Four, 7. Wow, that CPU score's low. That's a custom PC, which we just... Yeah, that's fine. That could be improved, though. An MSI MPG Sakira 500G. What? I've never heard of that. To Skylake. Which we have a Skylake socket. Do you reckon that would go in that motherboard? That i5. LJ1151 Skylake, and according to the shop, that H170 has got a Skylake chipset. So we could give it a bit of a boost. Try and bring the overall speed up. See if we get a better score out of it. Right, what are we doing here? 10,000 on the graphics and 4,000 on the CPU. What? i5 7600K. Blimey. I think we have an i7, don't we? It's a Z270. It's a KB Lake. We do not have KB Lake. That graphics card is way outperforming that CPU. Maybe we should downgrade the graphics card. Put a 1060 in there. And then we've got a 2080 in stock then. That's a little bit better. I think we should do some artistic stuff on this one. Give it like an effect. It's getting a bit Bob Ross, isn't it? We'll call it Tangerine Dream. And some of you might even know that band. Yeah, that's better. Bit of a cheap PC, this one. Who's this going to appeal to? Just like you can really have a lot of fun with this. It's kind of reddish inside, isn't it? That is the weirdest PC. We'll call this Works with Office. Not that we're certifying it, but you know. Oh, that's too much. 12,000? Yeah. Does anybody want to buy Works with Office? Jeez. That one I think's waiting for a part coming in. That one is an i5 568 to get a 2060 GPU and a bunch of RAM, 3 terabyte drive, an ASRock, 850 watt power supply as well. I might get that and just break it up. We can afford it. They still haven't come up with a better way of putting memory chips in than this. Okay, that's the case, side panel. Put that in inventory. Cool. So we should have CPU then get rid of, and we should have 2060 and a 2080. That's nice. Because we have been lacking graphics cards. That's it, I think. Anything to order? Yep. Recognize this case. Right, switch to interesting purple. You got enough clamps on this CPU? I wonder if there's an M2 drive tucked away somewhere. There's nothing in there. Maybe we should put an M2 in there. Look, you've got like one clamp there. You've got another clamp on the other side. They're scared of it falling out. We have an i7-7820 and an i7-7800. What was the graphics card in here? 2070. Actually, do you want to put that in, yeah? Apparently we do. Like the block just covers half of the memory sticks. That's interesting. Did you see that it actually, it modeled the fact that I'd shaped it like that, so when the stuff came off, it was shaped how I'd put it on. That's actually quite cool. Here's a massive fan cooler, I agree. Is this meant to be like 2 on one side, 2 on the other? Like, is it supposed to be 2 there and then 2 here? Give it an M2. No, it would be alternate slots to each side. What do you mean, Dave, to each side? That is to each side. 2 on that side, 2 on that side. What do you mean? Or do you mean do like a 1, 3 on this side, and then like a 1, 3 on that side? See, watch this, right? If I put a blob up here, and a blob here, and then a blob here, and then I stick that on there, and then I remove it, you see how it modelled the pattern? Like Mickey Mouse. So it did actually, and now whether that feeds into the thermals, I don't know. But it definitely feeds into the way it applies the paste. Here we go. Graphics cards. And now that needs to be removed. I don't like that. I don't like that awkward gap between the PCI brackets there. Really, Dave, what would I want to do there? Try and get 4200 out of this. We can try. I don't think it will, but we'll try. This is to sell. Right, first things first. Let's do that, and then we'll crash this. Good night, Jones.